Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Sara English. I'm Sarah, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Mike. Thank you for joining us again. Maybe you're listening while you're driving, relaxing at home, taking a walk, or enjoying a quiet moment with a cup of coffee.
Wherever you are, we hope you feel comfortable and ready to enjoy some natural English conversation.
Today, we have a topic that everyone can talk about because it is part of who we are. We're going to learn how to talk about your personality in English.
This is a very useful topic because people often ask questions like, "What are you like?" or "How would you describe yourself?"
And if you can answer those questions naturally, you will feel much more confident in conversations, job interviews, language exchanges, and even when meeting new friends.
As always, we will speak in clear and natural English for B1 to B2 learners. Our goal is to help you understand real conversations without making them too difficult.
Remember, you do not need to understand every single word. Just relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation. Your listening skills improve little by little every time you practice.
Before we begin, we have a simple question for you to think about while you listen.
Here is the question. If someone asked you to describe your personality in only 3 words, what words would you choose?
Don't worry if you can't answer immediately. Just keep the question in your mind while we talk.
Maybe you would say you are friendly, calm, and honest.
Or maybe you think of yourself as creative, curious, and hardworking.
Some people might describe themselves as quiet, while others might say they are outgoing and energetic.
There is no perfect answer because every personality is different, and that is what makes people interesting.
Also, remember that personality is more than just 1 or 2 words. Different situations can show different parts of who we are.
For example, someone may be quiet when meeting strangers, but very funny and talkative with close friends.
Exactly. Personality is not always black and white. People have many different qualities that work together.
Today, we will learn useful vocabulary, but we will also discuss how to use these words naturally in conversations.
Instead of simply memorizing long lists of adjectives, we want to understand when and why people use them.
Mike, let me ask you something. If someone met you for the first time, how do you think they would describe your personality?
That is a good question. I think many people would say I'm calm because I usually stay relaxed even when something unexpected happens.
I agree with that. You don't seem to get stressed very easily.
I try not to. Of course, everyone feels stress sometimes, but I prefer to solve problems step by step instead of worrying too much.
I think another word people might use for you is patient,
Really? Why do you think so?
because you don't seem to mind explaining things more than once. If someone doesn't understand something, you simply explain it again.
That's true. I think everyone learns at a different speed, so being patient is important.
Have you always been like that?
Not really. When I was younger, I wanted everything to happen quickly. I became more patient as I got older.
That is interesting, because many people believe personality never changes.
But I don't think that's completely true. Some parts of our personality stay the same, but other parts can grow and develop through experience.
I agree. Life teaches us many lessons, and those lessons can change the way we think and behave.
Now it's my turn to ask you something. How would you describe your own personality?
Well, I think I'm naturally curious. I enjoy learning new things, asking questions, and discovering different ideas.
I can definitely believe that. Curious people usually enjoy conversations because they like hearing different opinions.
That's true. I also enjoy meeting people from different cultures because everyone has a unique story.
Would you also describe yourself as organized?
I try to be. I like making plans and writing lists because they help me stay focused.
So if something doesn't go according to your plan, do you become frustrated?
Sometimes. I'm still learning to be more flexible because life doesn't always follow our schedule.
I think many listeners will understand that feeling. Sometimes we plan everything perfectly, and then life surprises us.
Exactly. That's why it's important to know both our strengths and the areas where we want to improve.
Speaking of strengths, let's explain something that often confuses English learners.
Good idea.
Many people think personality means only positive qualities.
But that's not true. Personality includes both strengths and weaknesses, because everyone has both.
For example, someone can be confident but sometimes impatient.
Someone else might be very kind, but also a little shy.
Another person could be ambitious but sometimes work too much.
None of these qualities make someone good or bad by themselves. They simply describe different parts of a person's character.
That's why native speakers often use balanced descriptions.
For example, instead of saying, "I'm perfect," someone might say, "I'm friendly, but I can be a little stubborn sometimes."
That sounds much natural because it feels honest.
Honesty is one of the best ways to describe yourself.
Let's also explain an important difference between personality and mood.
That's a great point, because many learners mix these two ideas.
Your personality is who you generally are over a long period of time.
Your mood is how you feel today or at a particular moment.
For example, you may have a cheerful personality but feel tired today.
Or you might usually be quiet but feel excited at a party with close friends.
So, when someone asks about your personality, they don't want to know how you feel today.
They want to understand what kind of person you usually are.
As you continue listening, think again about those 3 words you chose earlier.
Do they still feel right, or have you already thought of better words?
Don't worry if your answer changes. The more vocabulary you learn, the more accurately you can describe yourself.
And that's exactly what we're going to explore together as we continue our conversation. Now that we have talked about some basic personality words, let's make the conversation more practical by imagining real situations where you might use them.
That's a great idea, because vocabulary becomes much easier to remember when you hear it in everyday conversations.
Imagine you are meeting someone for the first time at work, at university, or during a language exchange.
One of the first questions might be, "Can you tell me a little about yourself?"
Many English learners immediately start talking about their job or where they live.
And those are good things to mention, but people also enjoy hearing something about your personality.
For example, you could say, "I'm a friendly person, but I'm a little shy when I meet new people."
That sounds very natural because it shows both confidence and honesty.
Another example could be, "I'm quite organized and I enjoy planning things in advance."
Or you could say, "I'm curious, so I like learning about different cultures and trying new experiences."
Notice that these answers are not very long.
Exactly. You don't need to give a 5-minute speech. 2 or 3 natural sentences are usually enough.
Mike, if someone asked me to describe you, I think I would also say you're reliable.
Thank you. That's a word I really like.
Let's explain it for our listeners.
A reliable person is someone others can trust. If they promise to do something, they usually do it.
Imagine your friend says they will help you move to a new apartment, and they arrive exactly when they promised.
That friend is reliable.
On the other hand, someone who is always late or forgets important things might not seem very reliable.
Reliability is a quality that many employers and friends appreciate.
Another useful word is optimistic.
An optimistic person usually expects good things to happen and looks for positive possibilities.
That doesn't mean they ignore problems.
Right. It simply means they believe problems can often be solved.
The opposite is pessimistic.
A pessimistic person often expects negative results before anything has happened.
Most people are probably somewhere between those two extremes.
I agree. Very few people are completely optimistic or completely pessimistic all the time.
Another interesting pair of words is independent and dependent.
An independent person enjoys making their own decisions and solving problems by themselves.
That doesn't mean they refuse help.
Exactly. It simply means they don't always wait for other people to tell them what to do.
Independence is often seen as a valuable quality in both work and daily life.
But it is also important to know when to ask for help.
That's true, because asking for help is not a sign of weakness.
Sometimes it actually shows confidence and maturity.
let's talk about another personality trait that many learners already know.
You mean confidence?
Yes, many people want to become more confident when speaking English.
Confidence doesn't mean believing you are perfect.
It means believing that you can continue learning even if you make mistakes.
I like that definition because mistakes are normal part of learning.
Every fluent speaker has made thousands of mistakes while learning something new.
The difference is that they continued practicing instead of giving up.
Mike, do you think confidence is something people are born with?
Sometimes people naturally seem more confident, but I think confidence can also be developed through experience.
I agree. The more often you do something, the more comfortable you usually become.
Think about riding a bicycle.
The first time feels difficult.
But after enough practice, you stop thinking about every small movement.
Speaking English works in a similar way.
At first, every sentence requires a lot of effort.
Later, many expressions come naturally because your brain becomes familiar with them.
Now let's talk about another useful expression.
Which one?
Open-minded.
That's an excellent word.
An open-minded person is willing to listen to different ideas instead of immediately rejecting them.
They understand that people can have different opinions and different experiences.
Being open-minded doesn't mean agreeing with everyone.
It simply means listening respectfully before making a decision.
That quality is especially useful when meeting people from different countries and cultures.
Because every culture has different customs and ways of thinking.
The more open-minded we are, the easier it becomes to communicate with others.
Now let's imagine another conversation.
Good idea.
Someone asks, "What kind of friend are you?"
You could answer, "I'm loyal and supportive. I enjoy helping my friends when they need me."
Or perhaps, "I'm a good listener because I like understanding how other people feel."
Those answers sound much warmer than simply saying, "I'm nice."
Exactly. Specific words create a clearer picture.
Another useful tip is to support your personality words with examples.
Instead of saying, "I'm hardworking," you could say, "I enjoy finishing my tasks before relaxing."
Instead of saying, "I'm creative," you could say, "I enjoy finding different ways to solve problems."
These examples help people believe your description because they can imagine your behavior.
Native speakers often do this without even thinking about it.
Mike, what personality trait would you like to improve?
I think I'd like to become more spontaneous.
Really? I didn't expect that answer.
I enjoy planning, but sometimes I spend too much time thinking before making a decision.
So you would like to act a little more naturally.
Exactly. Sometimes good opportunities appear unexpectedly, and it's helpful to be flexible.
I understand that. For me, I'd like to become more patient with myself.
What do you mean?
Sometimes I expect myself to learn everything quickly, even though real progress usually takes time.
I think many English learners have the same experience.
Yes, we often compare ourselves with people who have practiced for many years.
Instead, it's better to compare yourself with the person you were last month or last year.
Small improvements may not seem exciting every day.
But after several months, those small improvements become something much bigger.
Before we continue, let's quickly review some useful vocabulary we've used so far.
Reliable means people can trust you.
Optimistic means expecting positive possibilities.
Independent means comfortable making your own decisions.
Open-minded means willing to listen to different ideas.
Confident means believing in your ability to keep learning and improving.
And spontaneous means acting naturally without always making detailed plans.
As you listen, think about which of these words describe you best.
You might even discover a new word that feels perfect for your personality.
In the next part of our conversation, we'll explore how personality affects friendships, teamwork, communication, and personal growth through even more realistic examples.
Now let's explore one final idea. Your personality influences many parts of your daily life, but it does not completely define your future.
That's a very encouraging thought because many people believe they cannot change.
Of course, some parts of our personality stay with us for many years.
But our habits, our confidence, and even the way we communicate can improve through practice.
Think about someone who is naturally shy.
Being shy doesn't mean that person can never become a good speaker.
Exactly. They may always enjoy quiet places more than loud parties, but they can still learn to speak clearly and confidently when necessary.
Personality is like the starting point of a journey, not the final destination.
I really like that comparison.
Me too. It reminds us that learning is always possible.
Let's imagine two people joining a new company on the same day.
One person is naturally outgoing and starts conversations with everyone.
The other person is quieter and prefers to observe before speaking.
Neither personality is better than the other,
The outgoing person may make friends quickly.
while the quieter person may build deep relationships over time by listening carefully.
Different personalities bring different strengths.
That's why good teams often include many kinds of people.
Some people are excellent at leading meetings.
Others are excellent at solving problems behind the scenes.
Some enjoy presenting ideas.
Others enjoy organizing details that help everyone succeed.
Understanding your own personality helps you recognize these strengths.
It also helps you understand other people better.
For example, if your friend needs time alone after a busy day, it doesn't necessarily mean they are upset.
They may simply be recharging their energy.
Another friend might feel happier after spending time with a group of people.
Everyone restores their energy in different ways.
This understanding can make our relationships stronger.
Because instead of judging people, we become more patient with their differences.
Mike, has your personality changed over the years?
Yes, I think it has. I'm still calm, but I'm much more comfortable speaking with new people than I was when I was younger.
What helped you become more comfortable?
Practice, mostly. Every conversation taught me something new.
So experience slowly built your confidence.
Exactly. I realized that conversations don't have to be perfect to be enjoyable.
That's an important lesson for English learners too.
Many learners wait until they think their English is perfect before speaking.
But perfection usually comes after many conversations, not before them.
Every mistake teaches you something useful.
Every new conversation makes speaking feel a little more natural.
Little by little, your confidence grows.
Let's review a few useful sentence patterns you can use when talking about your personality.
You can say, I would describe myself as friendly and patient.
Or, I'm usually quite organized, although I can be a little forgetful sometimes.
Another natural sentence is, I enjoy working with other people because I'm very sociable.
Or perhaps, I'm naturally curious, so I love learning new skills.
You can also talk about improvement.
For example, I'm becoming more confident because I practice speaking English every day.
Or, I'm trying to be more patient when things don't go as planned.
These kinds of answers sound personal and authentic.
They also help conversations continue because other people can ask follow-up questions.
Now, let's review some of today's vocabulary one more time.
Friendly describes someone who is kind and easy to talk to.
Curious means enjoying learning and discovering new things.
Reliable describes someone people can trust.
Organized means planning things carefully and keeping everything in order.
Open-minded means listening respectfully to different ideas.
Optimistic means expecting positive possibilities.
Independent means enjoying making your own decisions.
Confident means believing in your ability to learn and improve.
Loyal describes someone who stays supportive and faithful to the people they care about.
Patient means staying calm while waiting or helping others.
These are all words you can use in everyday English conversations.
Here's a simple practice activity for you.
Choose 3 personality adjectives that describe you today.
Then choose one personality trait you would like to develop in the future.
Finally, make one sentence explaining why you chose that word.
This exercise is excellent speaking practice because it connects English with your real life.
The more personal your examples are, the easier they become to remember.
Before we finish today's episode, think again about the question we asked at the beginning.
If someone asked you to describe your personality in only 3 words, what would you say now?
Maybe your answer has changed after learning some new vocabulary.
Or maybe you discovered one adjective that describes you perfectly.
If you'd like the practice, write your answer in the comments.
You can write, I'm your name from your country, and I would describe myself as, then share your 3 personality words.
Reading and writing comments is another wonderful way to practice English naturally.
And we always enjoy learning about our listeners from around the world.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope today's conversation helped you feel more confident talking about your personality in English.
Remember, your personality is unique, and your English journey is unique too.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in your progress, even if it feels slow sometimes.
Every conversation, every new word, and every small step brings you closer to speaking English naturally.
Thank you for being part of the Talk Sara English community.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care, keep smiling, and keep speaking English every chance you get.